Hi guys! So we are live, no? Hintayin tayo ng konting viewers for a while. And I'm sorry that we're late, no? We're supposed to be live at 11, pero yeah, we have struggles with internet connection. Hindi tayo live sa soberano. So may struggles talaga tayo sa ating internet connection. So we're just going to wait for few minutes for our viewers. And hello, this is Khristle and welcome to the second episode of Midnight Sesh. Yes, na second episode na tayo, no? Ang last episode natin ay last Friday since Midnight Sesh is live every Friday. So ayan, hintay-hintay lang tayo ng ating viewers. Grabe naman. Dapat talaga kanina pa kami live around 11:30 or 11:20 pero we had struggles with internet connection talaga. Grabe ang internet natin ngayon. No? Hindi kasi tayo kasing ganda ni Liza Soberano. Sana all kasing ganda ni Liza Soberano tapos inuuna ng mga internet providers. Hello, Converge, PLDT, baka naman gusto nyo rin kaming isunod. Ayan. So, hi, Vince. And to our two viewers, hi guys. So, again, this is the second episode of Midnight Sesh. And, syempre yun nga, ang daming bagay ang nakakapagpa-stress sa atin over the days. Ako din mismo, I am very, very drained for the past few days, for the past few weeks. And hindi ko talaga alam anong gagawin ko. And I think this is a perfect time for me to like talk with you guys and distress everything, pagpag ang lahat ng bad vibes and lahat ng problems. So, I am grateful for everyone there who's watching. So you guys can just comment down your questions below so that we can have a little convo or a little relaxing conversation. Hi you guys. Hi Ate Zel. Hi Stephen. Hi. So you guys can just comment down your questions below so we can have a little fruitful conversation. I actually nagbagay ako ng Instagram and Facebook story. And humingi rin ako ulit, just like the last time, I asked questions from you guys kung ano yung mga gusto nyong i-discuss for tonight's episode. So, there are a few questions here in my Instagram. Mas madami sa Instagram kesa sa Facebook, no? Lagi talagang ganun. Wala nag-engage masyado sa Facebook ko. And I understand because everyone is very busy, lalo na yung college friends ko dyan, mga ate and kuya ko in college na nasi-stress na ngayon. Yung mga awings ko rin na natanggap ng kanilang modules, natatanggap na ng iba yung modules nila. Tataka nga ako kasi di ba ang pasukan yung October 5 pa. So, yung mga nakakatanggap na ng modules sa inyo. Tapos yung iba nasi-stress na rin. Ang dami-dami ko nang nakikitang nasi-stress sa lahat ng social media platforms. Meron sa Instagram, meron sa Twitter. Lalo na sa Twitter, no? Kasi din talaga tayo naglalabas ng ating mga hinain. So, for our first discussion for tonight, from Miles, a little thoughts daw on the SM Baguio Sky Garden. So this is a pretty heavy topic to start with. Pero yeah, let's have a little something to start with na yung nagulat din ako dun sa SM Baguio Sky Garden. Actually, di ba matagal na nilang pinaplano yun. And around, I don't know, 2019, last year lang, di ba, na parang, nagulat tayo kasi biglang nawala yung mga puno doon. Tapos parang, gaya nga nung sa isang article, sabi niya, like a thief in the night. So biglang nawala yung mga puno doon. And a lot of us, a lot of environmentalists, a lot of advocates, a lot of students, a lot of citizens, they were alarmed kasi ang daming pine trees yung nawala doon. And para lang yun sa, kumbaga, parang rehabilitation or, no, not rehabilitation, that's not the right word. Siguro yung para dun nga sa SM Baguio Sky Garden, tsaka dun sa parking lot niya. Tapos, nung lumabas na yung photos nitong SM Baguio Sky Garden, ang daming pumupuri, ang daming natutuwa, ang daming nagsasaya. I mean, personally, alam ko, siguro, pleasing siya sa mata. It is, maganda talaga siya. Hindi naman natin may kakailayan. Pero, remember those times when we like fought for those trees, when we were alarmed and all? Di ba parang, parang nasan yung same na energy natin. Like, maganda siya. Hindi natin may kakailan na maganda siya. Pero, hindi lang, parang masyado siguro sila. Personally lang to masyado siguro silang nag-invest dun sa part ng tourism na hindi naman parang hindi naman Baguio talaga. Parang it doesn't define Baguio at all. And ang nakikinabang lang talaga dun is yung mga kapitalista, mga mayayaman, yung mga makikinabang lang talaga dun. Tsaka, nakakagulat lang kasi the same people who were advocating for the trees, who were alarmed nung nakat yung trees, they are the same people na they're the same people right now na tinatag yung friends nila sa comment section ng mga posts. Tapos, ang dami ko na rin nakikita guys na nag-upload ng profile pictures nila. As much as possible, please stay at home. I know I'm not in Baguio right now, but a lot of my friends are, saying their thoughts on this one. And nakikita ko sa Twitter, and na-frustrate talaga sila kasi meron pa rin mga lumalabas kahit hindi pa dapat. So, just because we're over the pandemic, just because we think the pandemic isn't there, doesn't mean it's not there because it's still happening and a lot of lives are still at risk. So as much as possible, you guys please stay at home. Yeah, that's a pretty heavy topic to start on for tonight. Sorry, medyo drained kasi tayo for the past few days. And I know this is a time for us to be stressed. Pero yun nga, it's best siguro to just talk it out. So don't forget to comment down below your questions if you want to talk about something, or you can always vent to me, and I'll be reading them to stream and anything that you want me to give my thoughts on. Another is this is a question from Instagram, by the way. Why do people cheat? If this is the I assume this is the cheating nasa relationship, no? And up until now, I have no idea why people actually cheat on their partners or kung ano yung nagpupush sa kanila to even think about cheating in the first place. Kasi, di ba, siguro, it's not easy na sabihin na, it's not easy to end something. Pero it was easy for you. You think it's not easy to end something, but it's easy for you to somehow end the relationship, or paano ko ba sa words? Pero it wasn't easy for you. It wasn't easy to end the relationship. So it was easy for you to find someone else while in a relationship. Hindi ba parang sobrang parang hypocritical. Napaka lang na wala siya sa lugar, and bakit mo kailangan mag-cheat if you're not happy in the relationship anymore? Kasi if you're not happy, just tell your partner. Or just, di ba, sabihin mo na lang sa kanila ng diretsahan kesa you're just going to cheat behind them. Kasi you don't know how frustrating it is to get cheated on, na constantly mong, kumbaga, kini-question yung worth mo as a person because you got cheated on. Parang, kumbaga, iniisip mo may kulang sa'yo na something. Na, ano ba yung meron dito na hinanap niya sa iba? Ano yung wala sa akin na hinanap niya sa iba? Ano ba yung meron dito na wala sa akin? You made someone question their whole worth and their self-confidence or self-esteem para lang sa panandaliang aliw, as what they call it, di ba? Parang, ganun ba? Ganun ba kababa ang mga tao ngayon? Parang, I really don't understand how you manage to cheat on other people. Kasi sobrang, yung idea pa lang ng cheating, at syempre kung hindi ka masaya, sabihin mo na lang, di ba? Mahirap ba yun? Mahirap bang sabihin yun na hindi na masaya? Okay, so, wow. Okay, we have a question from Paul Paran in the comments. Hello po, Sir Paul, and define happiness. I actually have no actual definition of happiness, pero if I feel safe, whenever I feel safe and, oh my God, how do I define happiness? It's hard when you haven't felt happiness in so long, no? Kasi happiness is something na hindi natin nakukuha or madali lang sa iba na makuha yung happiness. Siguro sa iba, happiness is just on the little things. when you notice the little things. That's happiness for some people already. Happiness is holding on to something and um oh my god, how do you define happiness? It's hard to define happiness because happiness is something that you feel. Happiness is something that makes you safe. Happiness is something that makes you feel secure. Happiness is something that makes you happy, diba? It's hard to have a word to define happiness. It's very hard. And it's very hard to define happiness when I myself haven't really felt happiness in so long. But siguro, happiness for me personally is what I'm doing right now. Happiness is investing something that I'm passionate about. We have our own definitions of happiness. We have we can find happiness in our friends, in ourselves, in our family. We have our own definitions of happiness. So for me, I cannot really put happiness into an actual definition or actual words without actually explaining like this. I'm really, really confused with myself right now. 11 minutes into the stream and I'm already confused with myself right now. No? So we have another comment from Kurt Gutierrez. Naranasan ko nang makipag-make out sa my partner and in the first place, hindi ko alam na may partner na pala siya. Masakit sa feeling at nakaka-guilty kasi ayoko mangyari sa akin yun. This is, oh my god, this is a really big problem. It's a shock to me then. But things like this happen, and it's not normal. Things like this happen, but it's not normal. But it's not and will never be your fault. If if something happened between you and someone and hindi mo alam na meron siyang partner in life or somewhat meron siyang girlfriend, meron siyang boyfriend, it's not your fault. It's his fault. And wag mo sisihin yung sarili mo kung hindi mo yun alam. Kasi, God, why do people like this exist? Bakit kayo nag-exist? Why do you cheat on your partners? Why do you use other people to cheat on your partners? Parang, ganun ba kayo kababa? Wow, nagalit. Hindi na ako galit. Galit ako sa cheaters. I really, really have this unexplainable anger sa mga cheaters. Kasi, on a personal note, I know someone who is a really, really big cheater, and I have cut him off in my life. And on a personal note, I just got, oh my, why am I saying this on live stream? Yeah, I recently got cheated on, and it's the worst experience ever. I am relieved that I am out of that relationship already, but at the same time, it frustrated me a lot because I questioned myself for a couple of nights, but then I realized that it's not my fault and it's his fault. Diba? Parang, why am I questioning my worth based on what he did? He did that because he wanted that. I know, I know, I know for a fact that I am enough. I've always reminded myself that I am enough. But, oh God, this is so different from our first episode. I have this heavy feeling right now, but yeah, it's really different from our first episode. Anyway, guys, don't forget to comment your questions down below. And also, I am reading questions from our Instagram. Sorry. Okay. Thoughts on Filipinos coping up with societal issues are something similar by making it a meme. This is a question from Earl. This is a question from Earl, a friend of mine from last year. And at first, I really didn't understand the question, so I messaged him and asked him to, I asked him to explain it for me. And what he means by this is kapag alam niyo yung merong nangyayari sa bansa, for example, the white sand, yung pagkakaano ng white sand sa Manila Bay, we make memes out of this, diba? We make memes out of this, and yeah, something like that. And I am guilty of this also kasi I share memes and I am a part of these two groups that I'm not going to mention, but it has memes there. Yeah, na about sa government, ganun, or about sa mga hindi magandang nangyari sa bansa. And I don't think na it really, it changes a person's perspective. Siguro, the memes are a part of their expression regarding the issue, but don't forget na when we share these memes, let's also advocate on proper education regarding this matter. Alam niyo yung, di ba there's this time when Sandra Ford came out as bisexual and everyone was clamoring about it, making memes about it, and telling other people things na they're not supposed to say. Ganun parang hindi magaganda mga salita. Pero let's not forget to let's not forget to advocate proper education regarding this societal issues that we're supposed to be talking about. Let's not stop talking about those things, guys. So, kung madadaan naman sa proper na education, why not? So, there's nothing wrong with the memes. As long as we advocate more on proper education regarding societal matter. Diba? Kasi, yun. Ganun, those are my thoughts on that. Kasi ako din mismo, siguro these are just my views. No, not siguro. Kasi these are just my views. Kasi personally, I also share memes about that. Kapag, alam niyo, yung nakakapagod na kasi to constantly say things na nakakapagod kasi minsan to constantly pour your heart into educating someone pero they just end up parang they just end up mocking you. So sometimes people like us, we just like mock them ourselves. We just mock them as well. So yeah, but let's just advocate on proper education regarding these matter. So another comment from Sir Mond. Hi Sir Mond. Paano ka nakapag-move on? Moving on is the hardest process I've ever been this year. Char, hindi naman hardest, but it's one of the hardest processes I've gone through this year. Moving on is never easy. It's a long, long process. Kasi, di ba when you're from this relationship that made you question your worth, that made you think that you're not enough, to it's hard to accept that. Pero that relationship made you happy, no? It's hard to accept that that relationship is gone. Pero I started looking at myself rather than the lost relationship. I started looking at myself muna. Kasi I never really realized that in the process of making that relationship work, I was also losing myself. And after a few months, dun ko lang na-realize na I also lost myself in the process of trying to make that work. So why shouldn't I try to work on myself muna before I try to make that relationship work or before I give another another thought on making that relationship work. So ayun, it's really best to focus on yourself muna. That's the very, very first step of moving on. It's accepting that the relationship is gone and focusing on yourself. It's easy to say but hard to do, but there's nothing wrong with trying. So that's the best thing that we can do. Let's try to accept that the relationship is gone and let's try to work on ourselves, grow as much as possible because if there's something that my first relationship partner, he said na we are unfinished products. That was way back 2017 and I can never forget when he said that we are unfinished products, which is true. Because every day we grow, every day there's something new to learn, every day there's something that we can apply in our lives. And that's the best lesson I think that I've applied for the past few years, for the past few months. We are unfinished products and we are growing and developing every single day. So let's not forget that. No, 20 minutes into the stream. Hi guys, again, this is Midnight SESH with Del for the new viewers out there. So let's go to the Facebook comments again. Anong mas masakit yung ikaw ang nag-cheat or siya ang nag-cheat? I don't really know. Oh my God, I don't really know. Pero for me, mas masakit yung siya yung nag-cheat. Kasi I never experienced naman na ako yung nag-cheat. At saka bakit kayo masasaktan? Kayo yung nag-cheat? Bakit parang hindi naman sa you have the right to your own feelings. Pero to claim na you're the one who's hurt after cheating on someone and using another person to cheat on someone, di ba? Parang hindi naman sa wala kang karapatang masaktan, pero parang gano'n na nga. Pero masakit kasi yung yung sa'yo nag-cheat. Bakit ka masasaktan kung ikaw yung nag-cheat? Parang that was your choice. It was your choice to look for another person. It was your choice to um, look for another person behind the person that you say you love. So, paano ka masasaktan doon, di ba? Also, in connection to this, um, meron akong na-encounter, and personally din, from the last relationship na, di ba, I already caught him cheating and all. And he, he was very, very manipulative. And when I say manipulative, ito yung he wants daw to make the relationship work. He wants to make the relationship work and he loves me daw, blah, blah, blah. And then, he's reasoning out things like, may sakit kasi si mama, ganito kasi yun, hindi ko kasi alam. Si Lord na lang kasi yung kinakapitan ko. Alam mo, pag nawala ka, feeling ko magpapakamatay na lang ako. That's not the way to settle the problem. You do not manipulate your problem. You do not manipulate your partner into thinking na it was okay for you to cheat kasi may sakit yung mama mo or because you were sad. That doesn't justify anything. That doesn't justify you sending explicit photos to another woman. It doesn't justify you having intercourse with another woman or having another affair with another woman or another man, diba? We don't really limit this on men lang who cheat, but yeah, on other genders then. But yeah, it doesn't justify anything. So let's not think about that because it doesn't justify the cheating. Again, 31 minutes into the stream at ang dami na nating dami natin pag-usapan. In addition lang, kasi sa akin niya daw nakita yung hinahanap, pero ayaw pa niya hiwalayan yung partner niya, but gusto niya pa ako makita later. What's your thought or opinion? You should end that now. Like, if you're still, this is my personal view. I'm reminding everyone again that these are my thoughts and personal views that I'm just trying to impart to everyone. So, paano yun? Nasa yung hinahanap pero ayaw na hiwalayan yung partner niya. It doesn't make sense. You can't have two people at once. You can't have two people at once, especially when you lied to another person. You lied about your real relationship, about you having a relationship. Pero let the guy work on himself muna. Let him work on his thoughts and what really is his decision. Kasi if this is so hard, no? Why do people like you exist? No, not the one who commented, ha? Why do people like you who cheat on your partners and have the audacity to tell them you love them, and then sasabihin niyo sa other person you love them too? I mean, that doesn't make sense for me. That still doesn't make sense for me when you lied about the relationship. Pero there are, no, I've been seeing a lot of this on my timeline. Pero there are relationships na meron ata silang two partners. Correct me if I'm wrong. Pero I've seen people telling other people to normalize two having two partners in a relationship, and I still have no on that. Let me have time to maybe educate myself on that because I still don't have thoughts on that. But for this particular situation wherein he lied to you and his partner about having another affair or having a relationship, I think it's best to let him work for you to work on yourself and for him to let him work on his thoughts muna or what really is his decision about this. Kasi I don't I don't really get the point of that. Tapos, next again, from Kuya Kurt. Still from Kuya Kurt Gutierrez. Paano ko ba malalaman kung mahal ako ng isang tao? Paano ba natin nalalaman? Paano ba natin nalalaman kung mahal tayo ng isang tao? Siguro if he makes you feel safe. If he doesn't make you question your worth. And if you do question yourself at some point, he reassures you instead of getting mad at you, instead of, diba, alam niyo yung sa vows, usually, diba, yung for better or for worse. And he means it. He's there for better or for worse. Kasi when he loves you, you'll know. If he doesn't, you'll know. You'll question yourself. If he loves you, you'll know. But if he doesn't, you'll question yourself and he'll end up not reassuring you. That's how you know that the relationship is not working out. And if you're willing to give it another shot, it's actually your choice. It's actually your choice if you want to give it another shot. Kumbaga ganun. Diba? If relationships fail, it's your choice to um give it another shot, but at the same time, do not ever think that you are not worthy of anything, or don't ever lower your standards for someone. Don't ever lower yourself for someone. It's it's like an adjustment, not it's an adjustment for the both of you, but don't ever lower yourself too much for someone, because that is no longer love. You're already molding yourself into a whole different character. So yeah, that's my thoughts on that. These are my personal views, you guys. Don't I hope you don't judge me. But these are my personal views on these kinds of things. And again, yun nga, gabi na kasi talaga kami nag-stream. Also, this is midnight sesh. So talagang midnight kami mag-stream, guys. So I am saying hello to all the viewers out there who are still here on 26 or 27 minutes into the stream. And again, I have a few questions. And sabi dito sa Instagram ko, thank you po sa tweet nyo. And I really have no idea what tweet you're referring to. Kasi most of my tweets are just about existential crisis. So I have no idea what tweet you're referring to. So I scrolled a little on my Twitter account, should I say, my Twitter profile. And the first tweet na siguro you're referring to is this one. Sabi dito. Wait, where is it? I believe that nothing in this world will guarantee consistency in results. We won't always be on top of our game, but it will never mean that we are not good enough. We can always strive to consider these losses as ways of improvement. And I've started living by that, I think, today. I started living by that today when I tweeted this. Kasi I remember, sa mga press conferences in journalism. So my campus journalist friends there will understand. Sa campus journalism kasi when I joined press cons, every division school's press conference, we have this judge, lecturer. He is always the same judge or lecturer every division, every year yan. And he always tells us kapag after ng lecture niya, kapag nag-first kayo dito sa division, it doesn't guarantee na kayo ang mag-first sa regionals. And I tried living by that every single day. Kasi, totoo naman, di ba? Nothing guarantees consistency of results. And we're not always going to be on top. Di ba? Let's just use these, sorry. I should say, it doesn't guarantee that we're always going to be on top. So, no one ever loses talaga in this situation. Actually, we always win. No one ever loses in this situation. When we win, as in you win now, we're number 1, we're number 2, that's a win. But if we're like on the bottom or such, that's still a win. Why is that a win? Because you still learned something. That means that you still have to give yourself room for improvement to improve yourself. So that gives you a lesson and you still won on that. So, diba, nothing ever guarantees the consistency and results, but we can always work twice as hard, diba? And si Lord na bahala paano magiging results ang mabibigay niya sa atin, diba? So, yun yung thoughts ko doon. And by the way, thank you for acknowledging my tweet on Instagram. Ang dami ko kasi tweets talaga, so nagtaka ako anong tweet yung tinutukoy niyo. Again, back tayo sa, ang daming comments. Okay, back tayo sa Facebook. Your partner is always lying, pero sa maliliit na bagay lang. Simpleng tanong na yes or no, sagot lang, yes or no, sagot, naglalay siya. Would you stay? Kasi maliit na bagay lang naman yung pinagsinungalingan niya. It always starts on the little things. It always starts on the little things. Hindi naman sinarecommend ko na for you to end the relationship right away, pero talk about it na agad. Talk about it agad. Kasi, okay, it always starts on the little things. If he's already lying to you about that, imagine kung ano pang bagay ang pagsisinungalingan niya in the future. So it's better, I think it's best for you guys to talk about that already. And for you not to tolerate the lying. And if he still lies, you know what to do. You already know what to do. Kasi it's not healthy. Lying and cheating is not part of the ups and downs of the relationship. So why would you think that it's okay to lie to your partner? Kasi ito naman maliit na bagay lang naman I don't think it's best to, I don't think it's great na you tolerate the lying. So I think it's best to, to talk about it, have a little time to talk about it with your partner. Kasi communication is key, and I really genuinely hope both of you will comprehend what the other has to say for your relationship to work. Okay, 30 minutes into the stream and ang dami ko na masabi. What's your opinion na we do have something together na paulit-ulit but we don't have any relationship label? Label? Walang label? Bakit walang label? Ito ba yung is this the same relationship kanina na where he is indecisive between you and his partner? Ito ba yun? Because if it is, this is a really messed up situation kasi oo nga naman, meron siyang, I think it's best for you guys to talk about that already. I think it's really best for you for you guys to talk about that already. Kasi ang hirap nung ganyan. We have, okay, no, okay. Sabi ni Kuya Kurt, no daw. But if you have something, tapos wala kayong relationship label. I said this in the last episode, but the label kasi, it strengthens the commitment between you guys. It doesn't just define the relationship it gives you something to hold on to. Kasi it's hard na kapag kasi walang label, di ba, inisip mo, wala kang karapatan sa mga bagay-bagay. Wala kang karapatan magselos, wala kang karapatan to tell him this, wala kang karapatan to tell him that. So, let's not normalize relationships na walang label. Na alam naman na natin walang patutunguhan or anything. Kasi may mga relationships na ganyan Yung parang nagsisettle na lang kayo na okay na to, masaya naman tayo. Okay na kayo. Try to talk to that someone you're talking to right now. So, yeah, you need the label and you deserve the label. If you're giving your all to that thing that you have right now, you deserve the label. Anyway, hi Sir Nan. Hi Sir Nan. Doesn't it actually diminish the essence of winning? Yeah, I actually expected this question, pero it doesn't necessarily mean naman na na the other person who won doesn't deserve to like celebrate his let's say his victory, ganun. Pero let's not oo nga no. I actually expected this question and I was actually thinking of an answer to this. No? So it doesn't actually diminish the essence of winning. I don't think it actually diminishes the essence of winning, but you learn something when you lose, but it doesn't give you the pass. You learn something when you lose, but it doesn't give you the pass to invalidate the victory of other people. So we celebrate our victories. We learn from things that we don't. When we lose, we learn from it. So that's basically it, diba? Let's not parang it's not a race kasi. In competitions, there is always a winner, but there's never a loser. Okay. How do I put this into words? I'm I'm not good at putting things into words talaga. But when in a competition, there's always a winner, but there's never a loser. I've always lived by that. Because I don't think na when you're at the bottom of something, you already lose. You always gain something. And as well as the winner. Let's not invalidate the winner. Let's not invalidate you. Kasi let's not invalidate to someone who celebrates their victory as well. Kasi they worked hard for it, diba? Let's not bring each other down, but rather think positively about these kinds of things, diba? Like, yeah, you know what I mean? You guys know what I mean, diba? Parang, I've always had an issue with these ranks. Hi, Margaret. Jen Math. Sige, i-PM mo ko. Sige, i-PM mo ko. Let's see what we can do. uh, Oo nga pala. Ang dami na sa inyo guys na senior high, and I've always said this sa mga stories, sa mga tweets, sa mga posts ko na if you guys need help with anything, you can always message me. Yeah, you can always message me so we can like talk about it, or I can help you in my own way. So, Margaret, you can message me right now. If you're still awake now, you can always message me. You can always message me so I can help you out. Next, grabe na sa Facebook na lang tayo, no? This episode is actually a lot intense and a lot heavier than the first episode. And I am so unprepared about all your questions right now. I am so unprepared about your questions, but okay, let's make this work. Next, how about oo na lang siya kahit hindi naiintindihan para lang matapos? It's hard. It's so hard to like have that kind of relationship. That person is either immature or doesn't really know how to communicate. So I think you have to call him out on that. I think you have to call him out on that. Tell him directly kung ano yung mali sa ginagawa niya. I think that's best. For you to tell him directly kung ano yung mali. Or kung ano yung nararamdaman mo. And if he still doesn't comprehend that, I don't think, personally lang to, I don't think the relationship is going to if he keeps on doing that, I don't think it's like healthy. Also, hi kay Khristle. Yeah, I remember her from the stream from the first episode. So, ayun. Hi. It's okay. It's okay if you're late. And kami din late ngayon. So, kayo nasistress ako and things have become very intense for the last few minutes. And I am really ano ba yan, Kuya Kurt? Ano masasabi mo na hindi niya ako sineryoso? Ako rin hindi sineryoso. You deserve better. You deserve the best. You always deserve the best. Alam mo yan. And I personally know you, Kuya Kurt, no? And I know na you are a very kind-hearted person. And you deserve better than someone who treats you only with the bare minimum and who treats you with the bare minimum and then acts as if yun na yung that's the best they can do, or they treat you with the bare minimum and then treat you like trash right after. You are way beyond that. You deserve better than that. You deserve the best. I love you very much, and please don't think so low of yourself because you are a very nice human being. You who's watching this, you are a very, very nice human being. You are the best human being there is, and please don't ever question your worth based on a man. Oh, don't ever question your worth based on men. Let's not question our worth based on men, because that's the worst thing that we can ever do. Let's not question our worth or base our worth based on other people. No, let's accept ourselves who we are. That's the first step into kasi we cannot establish romantic relationships. I don't think we can ever be ready for romantic relationships if we're not ready to embrace and love ourselves first. That's so cliche, pero that's true. We have to accept ourselves first. We have to embrace ourselves first. We have to have the guts to look at ourselves in the mirror and tell ourselves that we love ourselves before we get into relationships where we pour our whole love and hearts out for other people. Yeah, let's start on ourselves. It's actually very we have to work on ourselves first before we work on other people. Before we tell people na na for them to, this seems very hypocritical because I do this myself, but I don't understand why I have the guts to like motivate other people when I think so low of myself. But we shouldn't do that. The same way that we tell other people to love themselves, to cherish themselves for who they are, let's do that sa sarili din natin. We deserve the best. We deserve the best that life could offer. Why are we doing this? Diba? Why are we questioning our worth based on other people, based on their views of us? Eh tayo to eh. So, bakit natin question sarili natin sa kanila? Anyway, oh my God, ang hirap-hirap mga tanong ninyo. Ang hirap-hirap ng mga tanong ninyo. Also, advance happy birthday kay Jezra. Malapit na yung birthday niya. Hi, Jezra. If you're watching, I don't know if you're watching, but yeah, happy birthday. Advance happy birthday. Anyway, thoughts on the government po. Are you really sure that you want my thoughts on the government? Are you sure you want my thoughts on the government? I don't think I want to hear my own thoughts about the government. But anyway, siguro I'm just not seeing the best that this administration could offer. I'm not I am not completely satisfied with the way that they work in this government because I believe this is a personal thought, and I believe that they have, as of now, they have misplaced priorities. Although they are doing something, let's say they are doing something, they have misplaced priorities. Lalo na yung hindi mawawala sa isip ko yung white sand na yan kasi it's very hypocritical for naging political na naman ang talk natin tonight. Pero it's very hypocritical for presidential spokesperson Harry Roque to say that the Manila Bay white sand can contribute into the betterment of someone's mental health. Pero kung talagang concerned tayo sa mental health ng ating mga citizens, bakit hindi natin simulan sa mental health facilities? Bakit hindi natin simulan dun sa mga mental health pag-offer ng help for those who actually need it, instead of depending our whole mental health sa sand mo. Kasi it doesn't really make sense. The statement doesn't make sense. And every time I try to trust the government, this is just a personal view, but every time I try to trust the government, this government just gives me more reasons to not trust them. And I really, really hope they give me a reason to trust them again because I am seeing more people suffering than I am seeing more people suffering than people who are benefiting from the works of this administration. So I also have questions here in my personal messages sa Messenger. A lot of people message, hindi naman a lot, no, but people also message me their questions. This is from Ate Rowella, and I think I really want to talk about this too because I really want to hear your thoughts on this. Sabi ni Ate Rowella sa akin kanina, what's the best thing to do if nawawalan ka na ng gana sa life? Kasi I myself, means there are times when I get really, really drained and I really don't want to do anything for the entire day, for the entire week. Diba? Parang I just feel so numb and all. But the best thing to do if nawawalan ka ng gana is to remind yourself why you're doing this in the first place. Why are you living? Look for your purpose. Look for a reason to live. We always have reasons to live. There is always a reason to live. Let's not forget that. Now, we always have our families. We always have our dreams that we want to fulfill. We always have our friends that we want to spend so much time with. There is always a reason to live. Let us not run out of reasons to live. Kasi, yeah, I myself, I get really drained, but it's okay. Getting tired of things is a valid feeling. Getting tired and getting drained is a valid feeling, but it doesn't mean that we're stuck there. It doesn't necessarily mean na kapag drain na lang tayo habang buhay. Let us try to bring ourselves back up. And also, guys, please check on your friends. Check on your friends, check on your family, check on everyone you know. 'Di ba? Kasi we'll never know. So, it's really best to check on your friends, check on yourselves as well. Don't forget to check on yourselves. How are you doing? How are you feeling? Don't forget to ever check on yourselves. We really need help every once in a while. So, 45 minutes, and yeah, I still have this heavy feeling and this really intense feeling in the stream. But yeah, if you guys want to talk about something, don't forget to comment your questions down below. And again, we have another question here sa messenger. Sabi, wait, where was that? Sabi niya dito, paano ba malalaman kung deserve ng isang tao yung second chance? Hindi ko alam. Siguro kasi, I, as someone who takes risks all the time, I give people, I give people a second chance. We all deserve second chances. But yun nga, bigyan mo siya ng, if you think that he does deserve the second chance, and if you really want to take the risk and work it out with them, you can always give them the second chance. But if they constantly do it, na paulit-ulit na lang na ganun, paulit-ulit na lang na they ask you for forgiveness and they ask you for a chance, I don't think that's healthy. So you guys, the best thing to do is to communicate with them and to comprehend what every other person is saying, to comprehend what each other is trying to tell the other person. I think it's best to stay that way. Okay, sabi ni Christine, but never a third one. Yeah, a third one is actually questionable at that point. A third one, it's people deserve second chances, but a third one, yeah. Are you sure there is character development if you still give them a third one? Diba? We all make mistakes. I know. But, kapag sinabi nating mistakes, hindi ito yung lying and cheating and all. Those are not mistakes. Those were done by choice. So, don't, it's okay to give other people second chances. But for a third one, ask yourself many times as you can if they really deserve that chance that you're trying to give them. Anyway, oh my God, malapit na tayo mag-isang oras sa stream natin. And if you have questions, you can always comment them down below. I received a DM from someone. Okay, let's not name them na lang. Sabi niya dito, wait. Okay, if you have questions, guys, you can always comment them down below. Sabi niya dito, hindi kasi kasya sa sticker ng Instagram. Sorry. So, sabi niya, paano kung may gustong-gusto ka pero merong isang bagay na pumipigil sa'yo na parang wag na lang muna pala? If you're, eto na yung sinasabi ko na, if hindi kayo sure sa person, if there's still something that's holding you back, trust your instincts na hindi mo na. Kasi you're just going to end up hurting the other person and yourself if you're going to take risks but you're still unsure. Take risks if you are sure about something, diba? So if there's something holding you back, it's best to question the decision a couple of times before you take a risk. We have a question from Rox. Hi, Rox. I really don't know how to answer this question because I myself, I have no idea how I'm feeling right now. But yeah, things have been heavy for the past few days. And I really just want to shrug it off. But yeah, I have been really drained for the past few days. And hindi ko rin maintindihan kasi hindi naman nag-aaral. Hindi naman ako enrolled. So, why do things feel very heavy lately? And feeling ko gusto ko lang talaga matulog buong araw. Am I the only one who wants to sleep the entire day? But anyway, thank you, Rox. I am okay right now. I'm just a little tired and drained, but I am okay because this is a safe place where we can all relax and vent our thoughts out. And gusto ko rin kayong tanongin kung kamusta kayo. Kayo mismo, kamusta kayo? Diba? I need to know. Kayo mismo, kamusta kayo ngayong araw? Ask yourself, kamusta ako ngayong araw? Also, Kaka-receive ko lang ng message. May isa na naman tayong tanong. Sabi ni, okay, mention kita sabi ni Raymark actually is one of our hosts here in our programs. Sa Morning Sip, don't forget to tune in sa Morning Sip. Every Monday morning yan. Parang mga news and all. Sabi ni Raymark, ano naman masasabi mo sa mga taong ginagawang laruan ang damdamin? Gaya ng sabi ko kanina, this is on the same line as the people who cheat on their partners. Why do you have the guts or why do you even have the thought of using other people or playing with other people's feelings? Kasi sobrang messed up nun. This is an appeal to those who keep on doing this, who keep on ghosting other people, who keep on leading people on and then leaving them hanging, who cheat on their partners, who treats their partners as if they're just nothing. Please tell your partners right away you're not happy anymore. Because that's better rather than doing these kinds of things. Because it just messes them and their whole health, their mental health, their whole self-esteem, their confidence. It just messes them up every single time. So I don't think you guys are ready for a relationship if you're just going to play with each other. We are not kids anymore. Hindi na tayo bata to play with other people's feelings, diba? Anyway, huwag mo na sabihin pangalan ko kasi pinapatanong lang din to. Sabi, ate, paano pag gusto namin yung isa't isa pero di pa kami ready? I think ito yung mga feeling ko ito yung mga MU, tama ba? Ito yung mga MU, di ba? Pag gusto niyo isa't isa pero hindi kayo ready. Paano ba yan? It's okay siguro if you grow on yourselves muna, on your own. Or I'm not really the perfect person to answer this question. I don't think I'm the perfect person to answer this question. Kasi when I was at this stage, I was never at this stage actually na we're both ready. It's either I'm the one who's ready or the other person is the only one who's... Actually, I was never in a stage in my life where the other person was ready for me. So I don't think I'm really the perfect person to answer that question, but it's best for you guys to communicate. What do you want to happen? Is this because if it's worth risking naman for you guys to wait for each other, it's okay siguro. But if you're just going to settle with a relationship na walang label, I don't think that's healthy. Yeah. Anyway, mag-iisang oras na naman tayo, guys. And I already feel the heaviness of all your thoughts tonight. Kasi these, let me just remind you that these are just my personal views that I can impart to all of you. This doesn't define or this doesn't give an immediate answer to your problems, but I share what I can share. And I can help you guys. If I can. Okay, Raymark, hindi ko nasasagutin yung tanong mo. But Raymark is asking me about the past relationship that I've been in, and he wants me to give a message, but I don't think I'm going to give that message sa live stream because I am here to talk about you guys and not me. So if you still have questions, just don't forget to comment your questions down below, and I'm going to be here to answer them for the rest of the stream for the next 6 minutes, I think. Yeah, 6 minutes. So we have another question. What is the lowest point you've been in your life? The lowest point I've been in my life? I've been on so many low points in my life I don't even know anymore. But what I've learned from the lowest points in my life, rather than defining or rather than focusing on the lowest points, I always focus on what I learned. So what I've learned in the lowest points in my life is to always try to get back up. It's always to try to get back up. It's not going to be easy. you will always have thoughts of giving up, but I've always had thoughts of giving up, but I've always tried to manage to pick myself back up. And it's if you can't pick yourself back up, it's okay to ask for help. It's okay to ask for help from someone you actually trust. It's okay to ask for help from professionals if you really need it. Do not be ashamed of asking for help because it's what you really need. If it's what you really need. Anyway, guys, this has been a night full of talks about hurts in the relationships, about cheating, about playing with other people's feelings, and this gave me the idea na, yeah, we really are in this generation, no, na some people just try to mess with other people's feelings without knowing the consequences of their actions. And we're not kids anymore. We are like 19, 20, 21. It's Are we really going to settle for things that less than what we deserve? Diba? Let's not play games anymore. We're no longer kids. Let's not play other people's feelings. Let's not cheat on our partners. Guys, for the love of God, do not cheat on your partners. If you're not happy anymore, just tell them. It's it's not easy to just leave them. It's not easy to just leave them after ano, diba? So just think twice, think thrice, think 4 times, 5 times on your actions before you actually do something about it. Because if you're going to give up years of relationships, a long period of time, you're going to sacrifice a long period of time just for, I don't know, some people just cheat on their partners for the mere for intercourse and such. And I don't I don't really see what should be. I don't really see the essence in that. Kasi why do you cheat on your partners? God, I can't help but ask myself every day, why do people cheat on their partners? Because it's it's the worst thing that you can do to someone. Cheating on them is the worst thing that you can do to someone. Please communicate with them if they've done something wrong. If if there's something that if you have a problem, it's best to talk to them and to comprehend what you want to say to each other rather than throwing years of memories and all. But don't ever forget that if you're not happy in a relationship, if you're uncomfortable in a relationship, if a relationship makes you question your worth and everything about you, always choose your happiness over history. Kasi kahit na sobrang saya mo dyan sa mga piling araw lang. Pero most of the time, they just make you question your worth. They just make you feel like you have to change so many things about yourself. They manipulate you and all that. You don't deserve that. You deserve the best treatment. Yes. Anyway, guys, 58 minutes into the stream, and this has been the second episode of Midnight Sesh. And I'm again, I really apologize if tonight's episode seemed a little heavy than the first one because I really didn't expect these questions. I really didn't expect the cheating and all. I really didn't expect like more relationship questions because I am not in a stable. I have never been in a really really stable relationship. So yeah, that siguro that really sums everything up. But I am happy that I have had an hour of my day, of my life, to share or to impart my views with all of you guys who have been here on the stream. This is the second episode of Midnight Sesh. Again, I apologize if this episode has been like heavier than the first one. But don't forget to like and follow the LOStories. And next week, we have a little twist on Midnight Sesh prepared for you guys. And don't I'm also here to like promote the other programs that we have for you. Magkakaroon tayo ng Pet Wonders with Alessandra Pandes. And Morning Sip with Remark Mabalot, that's on Monday mornings. Our Showbits with Locks, with the Rocks Fabula and Georgine Aloria. And we're also going to have the Spill the Tea with Sir Mond, Sir Ran, and Miss Joanna. And there's also News Threads with Rosal Bueno and Flex Ko Lang with Michael Di Maio. So we have a lot of programs prepared for you guys. So stay tuned here on the Lost Stories. Again, don't forget to like and follow the Lost Stories Facebook page as well as our other Instagram, our other I said I said our other social media platforms. I'm sorry, I really feel jaded heavy right now, so I really stumble and I really mumble a lot. So don't forget to like and follow our social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and our YouTube. We also upload on our YouTube videos on our YouTube account, YouTube channel. So don't forget to subscribe there. So see you guys next week, and I assure you that our next episode is going to be a little lighter than this one, a little less drained than this one. So this has been Khristle on the second episode of Midnight Sesh. See you guys next Friday, and see you tomorrow for the other programs.